Mr. C is such a mean teacher. The next time Mathis gets in trouble, Mr. C has designed a special detention for him. Mathis will have to go out into the hall and stand exactly 100 meters away from the exit door and pause for a minute. Then he is allowed to walk exactly halfway to the door and pause for another minute. Then he can again walk exactly half the remaining distance to the door and then pause another minute, and so on. Mr. C says that when Mathis reaches the door, he can leave unless he breaks the rules and goes more than halfway, even by a tiny amount. When can Mathis leave? Prove your answer using multiple representations. So if we look at just this sequence, this would be geometric because each time we're multiplying by a half. We've got the 100, the 50, the 25, the 12.25. At that point, let me bring in my calculator. Although I probably don't need it. Let's see, 12.25. If I hit it again, now I'm at... Oh no, that should have been 12 and a half, not 12.25. This is 12.5, and now I'm at the quarter, so now I've got 6 and a quarter, and then I'm going to go times again, and I'm 3 and that's probably 3 and 1/8, 3.125, and then I'm going to go again, so now I'm at 1.5625. That's probably a 16th. Do it again. Now I'm at 0.78125. Let me do it again. Let's see, we're getting closer, right? 0.3900625. Now 0. No. 0.1953125. Okay, I think you get the idea. So now here's the problem that we have. Every single time I take a half of this, it does get smaller, right? It gets half as big as it was. But you'll notice it's not reaching 0. And in fact, it gets so small at this point that now I'm writing this in scientific notation. It doesn't mean it's a negative number and I pass 0. It just means it's a small number written in scientific notation. So if I wanted to write this down, this would be 0.00030 zeros, and then one more for moving past the 7, and then 6 to 9. So it's still not 0. There's still something there. So if I was to consider this problem again from the top, it says, when can Mathis leave? Well, I think technically never. If he does leave, he's probably violating the rule, right? Unless he breaks the rule. So he would be breaking the rule by, at some point, he would have to move more than half because there's always some distance remaining, however incredibly small that distance is. Yes, Mr. C is such a mean math teacher.